Hi, I'm Nicole from Move America, and today I'm here with Coastr. So first of all, how's the day gone and how's the conference been?
It's been fantastic. The energy in the room and the kind of audiences has been fantastic for us. It's a wonderful opportunity also to get to know new partners. I mean, we are looking at sort of our US market growth, so it's been lovely to kind of talk to some great businesses and also to some potential customers.
So for those who don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about Coastr and what you do.
No, absolutely. So Coastr is a mobility platform. We are all about enabling more shared mobility, which is great for climate change, because at the end of the day, if you can live your private, if you don't have to own a car and you can get a car when you need, that's the perfect kind of synergy. So that's kind of what Coastr's end game is, by working with kind of independent operators in the market as well as bigger, larger players to create more supply and make the whole process of shared mobility much more easier for the end consumer.
And you mentioned how important shared mobility is for climate change. So how important is it for people to know about shared mobility and understand how important it is on the road to net zero?
It's fundamental, because if you really think about what's happening across the world, we are talking about moving to electrification. Every transportation usually has a 30% emission or contribution to global emissions. Now, just by simply switching to electric vehicles is not going to solve the problem. There are about 2.4 billion cars out there. What we need to really do is find more ways of sharing, and that's kind of what shared mobility is all about, is reducing the private ownership so that overall the number of cars come down and you're effectively utilizing your assets in a much better way, improving the utilization. At the same time, the overall carbon footprint then reduces, because at the end of the day, the battery technology and the batteries going into electric vehicles, they will also have a carbon footprint. So going forward, that's the whole idea of sharing more, the sharing economy, which creates a huge long-term benefit for everyone.
And what role does technology play in shared mobility?
Immensely, because at the end of the day, creating access for consumers is the fundamental kind of goal of technology, right? So I think one of the most important things that Coastr as a company works on is how do we look at the customer journey, in-cab sort of in-vehicle experience, but also use a lot of connected vehicle data to really understand where the vehicle is, how do we get it quickest to the customer who are going to use it, how do you look at scheduling and making sure the right vehicle is with the customer. So connected mobility plays a huge kind of influence or impact in how it will change the future of mobility and also enable more shared mobility.
So you mentioned connected data. So how important is connected car data with any influence on shared mobility?
It's the future, because at the end that's kind of what is going to fuel future mobility ideas. I think being able to really understand what's going on with your car, where it is located, how far is it going to go, especially with the EV vehicle, on all the anxiety around kind of EV charging. So when you start looking at kind of utilizing that data, it starts to give you a better sense of how to use that asset to improve your customer experience. And that's kind of where automotive technology is getting. Like, if you look at self-driving cars, so much of data comes from the vehicle to improve the experience of that vehicle and how it's been driven around. So that's the future from when it comes to mobility.
Lovely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, and have a wonderful day at Move.
Thank you for hosting me.